Two worlds collide with our hearts on the line. We were young and naive. We were wild, we were free. And I don't wanna leave your arms tonight. I'm still falling for you. I just wanna stay here by your side. I'm falling, still falling for you. Our time has come. Every song has been sung. When the fire's burning low, I still want you to know that I don't wanna leave your arms tonight. I'm falling, still falling for you. I just wanna stay by your side. I'm falling, still falling for you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Peace be unto you, and so may the mercy of Allah and His blessings. Today, two families come together to celebrate a love that knows no boundaries, a love born out of faith, a love fated to flourish for a lifetime and beyond. The Holy Quran tells us among His signs is that He created for you mates from among yourselves in order to have tranquility with them. And He put love and mercy between your hearts. Verily, in that are signs for those who reflect. The messenger of Allah, peace and blessings be upon him, said, "There is nothing better than marriage for two people who love each other." And we now begin to welcome the members of our entourage. Okay, we'd like to acknowledge our officiating imams, Imam Damsali Abilul. We also have Ustads Bernujir Inawat Amil. And for the Khutbah Nika, we have Sheikh Yasser Akiran, our officiating imams. And now let's move on with our witnesses, ladies and gentlemen. And we now have our witnesses. Former Assemblyman, Attorney Nazir Hatab Inawat, uncle of the bride, is our first witness, ladies and gentlemen. Followed by retired SPO2 Abdurrahim Boy Inawat Alhaj, the Philippine National Police. That's SPO2 Abdurrahim Boy Inawat Alhaj. And our next witness is Vice Mayor Aisuduri Lim Asmadun, Vice Mayor of Lugus, Sulu. Next, we have retired Police Inspector Rodrigo Inawat of the Philippine National Police. That's retired Police Inspector Rodrigo Inawat. Our fifth witness is Mr. Hajirun Jinnul, uncle of the bride. And then we have retired Philippine National Police Major Rham Alamia Alhaj, our sixth witness. Then we have Haji Kalimuddin Kangiluhan Susulan, being represented by his proxy, Yasser Susulan. Next witness is Haji Allen Salasa, uncle of the groom. And we also have retired Philippine Air Force Technical Sergeant Rufino A. Inawa. And also Haji Rajmir Julkipli, uncle of the group. We now have our principal sponsors. We have Honorable Mayor Mazhar T. Loong, the Mayor of Parang Sulu, with Haja Inadel Inawat Mansul, the proxy of Haja Arnadel Inawat Loong, and she is a sister of Haja Arnadel Inawat Loong. That's Mayor Mazhar T. Loong and Haja Fatima Inadel Inawat Mansul. Next pair, we have Honorable Mayor Al Fraser Sabdani Abdurajak, the Mayor of Panamao Sulu, with Haja Danabel Usman Abdurajak. Continuing with our next pair, we have former Mayor Abdul Sali Kangiluhan Asmadun Alhaj, the former Mayor of Lugus, Sulu, with Haja Nancy Lim Asmadun. Then we have Director Sharif Matsmo H. Hasim Alhaj and Haja Sharifa Mariam A. Hasim, being represented by Sharifa Aini Hasim Inawat. And then we have Sheikh Sali Duri Abdul Majid Alhaj, former Sulu Provincial Warden, together with Haja Maria Agnes Najirul Abdul Majid, Teacher 2, Sulu Division. Next, we have Albert E. Gutib, Assistant Regional Director, Department of Labor and Employment, Region 9, with Director Ofelia B. Domingo, CESO 3, Regional Director, Department of Labor and Employment, Region 9. Continuing with Engineer Ali S. Hatab Al-Haj, General Engineering Contractor, Owner, and General Manager of Shiham Construction and Enterprises with Hadja Siti Rham K. Hatab. And then next, retired Colonel of the Philippine Army, Manuel Ferrer Rugrug, with Mrs. Teresita Algallar Rugrug. Next, we have Lieutenant Colonel Rajis J. Halipa of the Philippine Army, being represented by his son-in-law, Engineer Abu Yusuf Amirul Al-Haj, owner and manager at Delmatuan Amirul Serving and Consultancy, and owner-operator at A&N Homes, together with Haja Rebecca Berto Halipa. Then we have retired Colonel Rodrigo B. Cruz of the Philippine Army, together with Mrs. Leonila H. Cruz, a registered medical technologist, CEO, and owner of Seahawk Security Agency. That's retired Colonel of the Philippine Army, Rodrigo B. Cruz, and Mrs. Leonila H. Cruz. And next, we have retired Colonel of the Philippine Navy, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Rudy L. Belien, with Zenaida Concepcion Belien, RN, MN, Man, graduate nurse, Bachelor of Science in Nursing at Western Mindanao State University, Master in Nursing, Master of Arts in Nursing at the University of Ozamis, and presently finishing her MPA and presently working at the Mindanao Central Sanitarium General Hospital, Pasabolong, as supervising nurse at Outpatient Department, Central Supply, and Custodial Car. Now we have Philippine National Police Officer Captain Munib Hamsaji Musad, cousin of the groom, with Mrs. Girly Pantaleon Musad, a registered pharmacist. So pair number 13. Now we have PO3 Nuruddin H. Saluhuddin, Senior of the Philippine National Police, and Mrs. or Haja Lailhan K. Salahuddin, together with Rajib Andiling Inaw. And next pair, we have Haji Abubakar J. Unno, retired Captain, Special Forces of the Philippines. He is a cousin of the groom with Haja Edita J. Unno, retired teacher, Siasi Sulu. We also have Mr. Ian A. Lahi, Chief Labor Employment Officer, Head Zamboanga City Field Office, with Mrs. Rebecca Fabian Lahi. We also have Colonel Abdurasad S. Aming Al-Haj, retired officer of the Philippine National Police, with Haja Ayesha P. Aming. Next, we have Haji Nasser Unno, retired sergeant of the Philippine National Police, and he is a cousin of the groom, marching with Hadja Taj Mahal, Hadja Il Unno teacher. Siasi Sulu, also a cousin of the groom. And our last pair, we have Haji Mijar Janani, Barangay Captain Lubus Proper, an uncle of the groom, with Haja Satra Sali Janani, an aunt of the groom. Our last pair of our principal sponsors. We now have the bearers. Beginning with the coin bearer, we have Hazik Pas Inawat Mansul, grandson of former Assemblyman Attorney Nazir Hatab Inawat and Haja Delma Abubakar Inawat. That's the coin bearer, Hazik Pas Inawat Mansul. And then the ring bearer is Ziyad Inil Muksan. The Quran bearer is Radimir Andiling Inawat. The pen bearer is Abdurrahfi Inil Salapuddin, while Abdurrahman Inil Mursimar is the contract bearer. We have our groomsmen and bridesmaids. We have Rajiv Andiling Inawat with Rashida May Andiling Inawat. Pair number 1 of our groomsmen and bridesmaids. Next, we have Rashmir Andiling Inawat with Rhea Riza Andiling Inawat. And then we have Chester Santos Bigay on RN with his partner Sharima Edau Abdullah, also a registered nurse. And we move on with our next pair. Again, let's welcome Rashjib Andiling Inawat together with Fatima Sali Okong, a registered nurse. Next, we have Sheha Biden Ismail together with Fatima Irene Maddan Andili, our 5th pair of our groomsmen and bridesmaids. Next, we have Abdel Hakim Harun Sali with Fatima Raya Sali. And we continue with Al Samir Balahim Sali, and he is marching with Catherine Andiling Hajiron. Samir Balahim Sali and Catherine Andiling Hajiro. We also would like to welcome Galib Sali Kangiluhan with Risma Andiling Hajiron. We also have Haris Ismael with Rauda Arbison Wee, a registered nurse. That's Haris Ismael and Rauda Arbison Wee. Then we have Owimir Yusuf Ayudini, and Shaima Harun Sali. And our last pair of our groomsmen and bridesmaids, Shehan Tan Sali with Eliza May A. Asmadu. And now we have the assistant to the needs of the groom, and that role belongs to the best men. And the best men, ladies and gentlemen, is Abden Khan Kangiluhan Inil. And before we have the entrance of the parents of the groom, we have a sister of the groom. She is Mrs. Nashra Inil Ho, together with Mr. Armel Raveche Ho. And now we have the proud and loving parents of the groom. Let's please welcome. The father is retired police inspector Inil Sali Kangiluhan Alhaj, and the mother of the groom is Mrs. Nurin Ablang Kangiluhan, being represented by Hadja Nadia Kangiluhan Inil RN, registered nurse, sister of the groom. We'll have the herald bearers of the groom. So we'd like to welcome Fatima Ariana Inil Mursimar and Abdel Khalid Inil Mursimar, the herald bearers of the groom.